Okay, Jeremy Seewer, MXGP of Flanders. Solid weekend for you. You could have been on the podium. You were a third, fourth guy.
Yep.
Do you feel like you were racing the track or surviving the track?
Both. Depends which stage in the moto. I mean, in the first few laps I was racing it. In the last three, maybe, not so much anymore. But no, yeah, it's brutal out here. And the crazy thing is, most of us, we live here and we do so many days a year on this track. But on race day, it's just like turning a page. Like this track, like today or yesterday, it's just a different monster. Like you can't train on that. That's the crazy thing. It's just so different on the GP. I mean, if you go out there and have a look at some of the bumps, it's really gnarly, But no, honestly, I am happy on one side because I'm right there with the best sand guys in the world in MXGP. I mean, like, my speed was good, my fitness, I had everything, Just a few small mistakes in Moto 1 cost me a third in Moto 1, and then second Moto, maybe I could do third also and keep Glenn behind if I really went all in, let's say. But yeah, to get the podium would have been best case. Now I'm fourth, just off, but I take it. Good points, no stupid mistakes, good riding, as I said, a lot of positive things. Sure, frustrated not to get a trophy, but it's a long championship and I'm in good shape, and still some tracks to come where I'm going to be strong,
Obviously, you've got a new Yamaha this year. All of you have. There's no replication for Lommel, so when you get to this GP, are you searching a little bit with bike setup? Because although you've tested in the sand, it's not sand like this.
Yeah, exactly. It was something new, and even seeing others struggle a bit also with bikes coming here, new bikes coming here, which worked all year, and here it seemed like, oh, it didn't. But actually, I was pretty happy. Okay, we changed a few clicks, and the first time on the track yesterday, I was like, wow, what's this? You have to get used to it first. Even the track layout this year is so tough.
Yeah.
It's corner after corner, no place to rest.
Why do they make it so tight?
I don't know.
It's because they were long lap times as well. Like, they could have been 20 seconds shorter lap times, and then the track could have been more open, faster, and it still would have been a GP length.
Well, I like the long lap times because this makes it feel better. Like in the US, they always have those long lap times. That's cool.
Well, Fox Raceway, when I was there, the lap time was like 2 minutes 45, and I felt like it was an enduro. Like, I could not, coming from GPs, I could not understand. I was like, oh, there they go, and then 20 minutes later, they came back to do another lap. It was shocking.
Yeah, honestly, that's a bit too long. But I'd say a real motocross track has to be around 2 minutes, 2 minutes 10. I think that's the best. I mean, even Metterley is around 2:10, 2:15. I think that's super cool. Once it gets below 1:45, it's quite a short track, or even below 1:40 and stuff. But no, that wasn't the problem. It's just, they made it so narrow, slow, because in some parts of the track, I think we looked like amateurs, even though amateurs wouldn't probably be able to pass there, but they made us look because like those cornering waves yesterday, I felt like, what am I doing,
You look like me.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but it's for all the same, and it's not that it was a bad track. Lommel is always Lommel wherever and in whatever direction they go. It's just they put some new sand in. That's actually a funny story. On the back straight there, it's like more wide, but it's hard packed. And if you go there and see, those bumps are like square edge hard, the only place. So I don't know where that sand came from, but pretty weird.
Yeah, Hawkmo said that they brought sand in, and I was like, what? Like, it's Lommel. We have sand. Why? Like, have you ever heard of them doing this before? I can't understand why they would bring sand to Lommel.
I think they've done that before, all whatever kind of years, because the track is so busy all year. Everybody takes some sand home on his bike and whatever, that it's getting less and less and less, and then they bring some in. But the new one they brought in this time, weird. Like, it's actually hard packed sand. Like, it's not Lommel sand.
Yeah.
So we had like one straight there in the back being square edgy and not being actually sandy,
I feel like maybe they're trying to make... I feel like every year they're trying to make Lommel hard now. Like you said, I feel like they're trying to make you look like amateurs. Bringing in more sand, making it tight. Like, they're smart. They know, like, this is going to get really rough and be really hard to carry flow through and stuff. Like, I feel like they're almost trying to make it difficult or more difficult.
Yeah, it looks like. Even though they kept track in good shape. I mean, they didn't flat some stuff from yesterday, and it got really rough. Obviously, big bumps, but I think it's been worse before in case of bumps.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't flat as much, because before the second MX2 race, I saw some parts quite not flattened, but they went over it with the machine. But yeah, they do for some reason, you know. I think they want to reduce risk, and I have to say, okay, you can crash now on this track and stuff, but you are so slow everywhere, it's almost like not that dangerous, you know. It sounds stupid now, but that's how it is, you know. The only really fast place was the triple after the finish line, and all the rest was quite slow, you know.
Are you still doing your thing where you don't look at the championship points? Like, do you have any idea where you are, or do you still play that game?
Yeah, I mean, I know where I am. I know I passed Ruben last weekend on Saturday. I know some things, of course, but I don't know if it's 9 points or if it's 21 points or if it's 3 points. I mean, I don't, you know, I don't want to be on the bike having this in my head. It's just so hard to not think about it once you know it, and that's why I don't really care. But I know I'm in third, and I know a bit where I'm at. Yeah.
You get bonuses for first, second, third in a championship, right? Nothing for fourth?
Yeah, first, second, third. That's my bonus contract, you know.
Is the difference between second and third big enough where, like, we want to get a bit motivated?
Yeah, I have to have a look, but I do think it's quite fit. Actually, a funny story about that. In 2021, was it 21?
I don't know, because I don't know what you're about to say.
Maybe 2020. I passed Tony in the last GP from third to second. Yeah. So in the last GP, I basically, instead of third, I finished second in the championship, and I was like jumping somewhere and a few laps before the end of the moto, and I knew I beat him because he DNF'd the last final moto with like some rear brake issue. And I was like, yep, like that's what I'm gonna buy with the money, you know. Like, that's such a fun story. But yeah, there is quite a difference being vice world champion or third. But
well, that concludes the normal interview. I'm really unhappy. I've come back, and I now know why I left. You bring me so much stress that it's not good for me. And if I carry on like being here, being around you, I'm probably going to die very young, because you just, it's too much for me to handle.
Yeah, you look like you can't deal with pressure.
Yes.
I mean, like, you need to be strong, you know. If you're around me, you need to be a strong guy.
Yeah, well, someone said to me today that I'm most known. They went, "Do you want to know what you're most known for?" And I was like, "Oh, great interviews, great writing, a nice guy. There are a lot of options." They said, "You're most known for being Jeremy's friend," and I don't feel like that's a good place to be.
You want to be my friend? This is the question.
Well, this brings us to the next question. One person this weekend said that I use you for good interviews. Like, I use you, you don't realise it, I'm in your head, like,
Really?
I'm using you. And then someone else said that you're using me. So what one is it?
I think it's 50-50. I mean, we are both smart enough to know what we are doing, you know.
So we're
I
both
mean,
just fucking each other over.
yes. I mean, honestly, whatever question you ask me, it's my part to answer or not. And I say the words I say because I want them to say, so I don't think you are using me.
Maybe I am, and I'm so good at it you don't realise.
Maybe, and then the other way around, I mean, you do your job well, because you ask actually questions which should be asked by other journalists, but they somehow don't, you know. They keep it on the boring questions, most of them. There are maybe one.
There's only one Lewis.
Yeah, there is only one Lewis, but I don't think we use each other. We do use each other to get attention, to make our sport great, to make a little bit of drama in a positive way, but that's what people want, isn't it? I mean, everybody follows Formula One because of the drama. Everybody loves that, you know. This is how the world works, but I think we are both smart enough to know what we are doing and what we aren't doing, you know.
Well, now everywhere I go, I either get asked or shouted at about our interviews, and now people are asking me, like, you know what Jeremy's doing next year, tell us. And I'm like, no, I don't. And they bully me, and I have to stay strong. I mean, I don't know anything, obviously, but they think I do, and I have to stay strong, and it's really hard, and it's just it's a lot for me to do. I'm not built for this. I want out. Basically, I want out. Please release me.
Yeah, but what do you want me to do? I mean, I can't.
Let me go. Just let me block my number and just let me go, please.
I will book you the next flight to the US, so you can go back there and you are in your happy place, no?
I'm definitely doing Sweden. maybe
Sweden?
Finland,
Ah, perfect.
and maybe for the next 2.
Ah.
And then I'm definitely
Why
going back.
maybe?
I'm definitely doing Sweden. I don't know if I'm doing Finland. I need to decide. I was only meant to do
think you
2, and now I feel like I'm back. I've been shouted at today.
You're so happy being with me that you are like, I can't go back already. I need to do a few more.
I was shouted at today, and I'm just
Shouted at,
Well,
like shouted, like
a little bit. And then I also got told that some new people don't like me, which was news. So
people don't like me.
I'll tell you after. Yeah, so it's just a lot. So I need to decide if I need a rest for Finland or if I want to come back and keep this ball rolling. Because
Actually, you need. I will be like, I need to recover for next weekend. You know, 2 tough chippies, Lommel, whatever, and you. It seems like you need more recovery than me, and
It's
you
a lot
didn't
for
even
me.
try it. It's.
I already feel like I'm back to last year level, where it's a lot for me to have.
Can you still sleep at night and stuff?
Not well.
Not well.
I wake up in the night. I try and lay there, and there's just your face staring at me, and I'm like, "No, Jeremy, let me go, let me go."
Actually, we have an answer. I fuck you up. You don't fuck me up. This is now.
I try to fuck you up, but somehow it doesn't work, and it
It's a
bounces back.
Boomerang system. Yeah.
It's a lot.
So what else you wanna know?
Can you tell us anything about next year?
No, not really. I mean, it's
let's-
just
let's
all
play a
I can
game.
say is, I mean, in my contract now, it's till end of this month to take an option or not, and I have a few offers. I think I can make a rainbow with my offers, maybe. You know, like how a
I
rainbow.
don't think there'll be a red part of the rainbow.
That one is maybe missing. Yeah.
There's no purple.
There is no purple back
Okay,
in
let's
the
keep this going. We're gonna get there eventually.
No, I can't say too much. It's yeah, crucial time for that sort of stuff. But
So
it's
if-
looking good. It's looking good for next year. I have, like I said, a few options, and I'm just trying to figure out what is the best to win. You know.
So if I come here Sunday night in Finland, it will be the end of July.
Yeah.
So I can ask you whether the option on your contract's been taken or not, and you can tell me.
Yeah, maybe yes, that's true.
And then Yamaha will shoot me.
Yeah, they will kill you. I think so.
That's going to happen anyway. We may as well just let it happen.
Yeah, I think you should take a flight this week, otherwise you are in serious trouble. The mafia will get you.
Thank you for your advice. Thank you for looking out for me.
Yeah, you're welcome.